Alright, just starting to show you the V-Star Alpha 3 now helicopter. Of course, I've got a few new improvements with my controls. They're in a better position. Luckily with this game you can kind of position everything around you because you are the center of the world here. Here, not in real life, but you try to get a good view. I'm going to add some more cameras on the future, but as you could probably see on the side, I made the rudder a little bit smaller, or the vertical stabilizer a little bit smaller, because we didn't need that much, but it was also causing, as we were going up, it was causing the helicopter to roll at the same time it was going up. So I wanted to minimize that just a little bit. The rotors could combat that. Anyway, you're not here just to hear my nasally voice talk about how things work. Of course, we've got the throttle is here in a more appropriate position. The controls are here, and which means I should not have any control lag, and everything is out in front of me. It's not super comfortable, but it's better than nothing. No engine improvements have been made, and yeah, I'm going to put more of a test. I think we're going to go over that mountain first, okay? Just take off like a helicopter should. I'm now taking more note of the RPM. I didn't take a lot of note of the RPM last time, so I'm going to release that. We've got a good mount. We still jerk back a lot, but that's kind of my fault. It's just a balance thing. It's just every part of having a helicopter. This actually feels good to fly. I'm going to level out a little bit to what I think is level. Now I'm going to really test. The RPM does dip down a little bit. It dips down to just a tiny bit, but it's really combating everything a lot. Alright, so we don't need that as much anymore. The RPM is now dropped a lot. That's not ideal, but it's going back up, and that's the main thing. Alright, now this is one of the things I love to do. We're going to have to watch our speed. I love to fly in close proximity to mountains, kind of like a wingsuit. Do a little bit of wingsuit flying. This does not have water landing capability, but you know, as they say, when you start something you've got to complete it. So we'll complete it the downwards hill, and we'll go around to the water. Okay, we've got a boat over here. Let's try to land on, the boat is called USS Tiny, and it's a clever name because it's a tiny aircraft carrier. I couldn't have thought of a better name myself. Okay, our speed is something to really watch, because our controls actually will become limited the faster we go. So keeping it at around 80 to 100 is good. 120 is probably getting towards too fast, and 130 you should probably expect that the ground will be your resting point. At that point in time you say to your passengers that we're going to the scene of the crash. Alright, I'm looking at my vertical speed a little bit here, just because it's the right thing to do. I like ILS flying, just instrument only flying. So we're going to quickly land over at the USS Tiny, and then that should be it. A little bit of a flight, so let's see what happens when we go too fast. If you can hear some noise in the background, that's just an alarm going off. I'll give you guys the ability to guess what alarm that's for. But looks like we got this beautiful ship. I don't include weapons on my craft because I like to fly peacefully. Now, it's moving at a bit of a rate. So that actually helps us. And the seas are going quite slow. So I'm just going to use this momentum at just getting there. Go use its momentum as a way to. I'm used to landing on non-moving surfaces, so wow, crap. There we go. Alright, that was embarrassing, but clearly we can land this helicopter on this boat. I'm going to make some videos where I'm going to land actual planes on this boat, because short takeoff and landing is one of my interests, so I'll definitely be making more videos regarding that. Alright, I hope you had fun. Thanks for watching. Now, I'm going to do that thing at the end of my video to try to